tonight, at a total combined weight of 490 pounds, here is the team of the Motor City Monster, Eddie Venom, and the Metro Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Austin Manix.
Hello, wrestling fans. I'm Mud Puppet Joel. He is Mud Puppet Ryan, and we are the Mud Puppets. Did it fool somebody? Did you think we weren't here? Ryan thought we were.
I was not sure what we were doing. I was just sitting quietly.
So here we have Eddie Venom, former MPW Heavyweight Champion many times over, and the current MPW Heavyweight Champion, Austin Manix, who of course won that title in a triple threat against Caleb Stills and indeed Eddie Venom last fall. Teaming up here to take on Eddie Venom's former teammate, Jaimy Coxx, a man that Austin Manix also has a lot of heat with in the last 6 to 7, 8 months, and a mystery partner.
Can't ask for a more formidable tag team than the current heavyweight champion, the former champion, the Motor City Monster, Eddie Venom. It's going to be a tough matchup, whoever Jaimy Coxx is able to find a partner up with.
Well, Jaimy Coxx has a long history here in the Michigan area. Any number of guys could be who he's planning on bringing out here. This, of course, once again from bouncing off the wall here in Wyandotte on February 23rd, 2013. Jaimy, one of his adoring fans.
Oh, you got to say the fans have certainly warmed up to Jaimy. They've really attached to him since his breakup with Eddie Venom, and they are supporting him fully in this matchup.
Curious, your use of the term breakup.
Their team broke up. Don't start with all that. Their team broke up. That is all I meant.
All right. So yeah, but hopefully, well, definitely, Jaimy Coxx and Austin Manix will be in action at Title Turmoil on April 27th, back at Bouncing Off the Walls. For more information on that, address, phone number, all that, be in the video description. Upcoming this weekend, though, you've got Viper Pro Wrestling back in Flat Rock at the Community Lutheran Church. And again, further details for that also in the video description. We're going to hear from Jaimy here in a few moments. Here. He's going to reveal that mystery partner, Ryan. But until then, what's going on in Mud Puppets land?
Well, Joel, you know, we keep putting out sketch comedy each and every week. If anyone wants to check it out, mudpuppets.com is the place to go.
Very good, very good. We'll talk a little more about our most recent sketch later on. Jaimy, getting ready to speak?
Everybody's been asking me what happened last time.
They have asked him.
I'll tell you what happened last time. It's the same thing that's been happening for years in Metro Pro. This bozo cheating and costing me your world title. Everybody in here saw it.
Some truth to that, if you saw those matches.
So I had to dredge the canals and find somebody worth it to come in here and help me clean house.
Who's it gonna be?
Somebody does. Do you guys want to know who he is? I can hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, former TNA superstar, the Canadian Destroyer, PWLWyandotte.
You gotta like that choice. We've seen Petey Williams in Metro Pro Wrestling before. He's set the house on fire. I can't think of a better teammate for Jaimy Coxx than Maple Leaf Muscle.
Oh, an incredibly talented guy, of course. He's competed in TNA, competed all over the world, and gotta say, I'm impressed. I'm not the biggest Jaimy Coxx fan. I sided with Eddie Venom. They're split up, of course, but gotta say, I'm impressed by his choice here.
Yeah, I think last time we saw Petey was last spring and title bout when TD held the NCWA Heavyweight Championship. And that match go to a time limit draw?
I believe it did. I believe it was a time limit draw. Those two guys were very evenly matched, and went to the limit, and incredible matchup.
Good match either way. So yeah, the point I was getting at though, Jaimy and Austin Manix definitely will be defending their title Turmoil. That's the whole point, the theme of the show. Champions in peril. And we mentioned, of course, at that show, random lottery to determine opponents, and then a stipulation will be randomly selected to be put on each match. And on the most recent episode of Pro Wrestling Locker Room, just uploaded to YouTube, the same YouTube channel the other day, Big Bubba Luscious actually revealed those stipulations, and I have them right here, Ryan. And they are, actually, they're not on this page. Let me turn my page here. Not on that page either. There they are. There they are. The stipulations will be no disqualification, falls count anywhere, an I Quit match.
Wow.
Last man standing,
Okay.
and a lumberjack match. So when you start to think about those different stipulations, pairing up with the different titles, some pretty interesting dynamics could emerge as Manix and PD square off here.
It would be extremely interesting, Joel, to see how those stipulations fall on the different title matches. Cannot wait for that event. I think it's going to be an incredibly exciting night. PD Williams starting off strong here, and a nice headlock takedown on the champion.
Well, to steal a phrase, from a famous commentator, PD is as quick as a hiccup. And you cannot miss a beat with this guy.
Yeah, he's definitely quick, and he's going to use that to his advantage. He's holding onto that side headlock for dear life. Austin Manix has got to break that pressure. Able to shoot him into the ropes, but PD takes him down with a nice tackle.
Yeah, PD Williams, very athletic, very quick. Uses all those things to his advantage. Some will say his size is a disadvantage. Of course, Eddie Venom has pointed out many times his mocked PD, called him a child at times.
Well, he's certainly no child, but you get most wrestlers in there against a guy like Eddie Venom, and they kind of look like children. But Eddie Venom is a huge man, and we all know the old adage, a good big man will always beat a good little man, and Eddie Venom hopes to prove that tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. Of course, the controversy, PD dominating here, that Jaimy Coxx referred to earlier. He accused Eddie of costing him the title. And, there was a tournament held in September, and Eddie Venom did, it seemed inadvertent, but he did cost Jaimy Coxx that match.
He cost him the match, but don't for a minute think that Jaimy Coxx didn't want Eddie Venom in there trying to help him. So
it's interesting to hear you say that, because every time I criticized them during their tag title run, you were quick to point out, that everything was okay with that. So
everything was okay, but Jaimy Coxx couldn't accept the fact that he had lost that match, and it's been sour grapes ever since from him.
Austin Manix still being dominated here by PD Williams. Like quick just come in and play a drop kick there. Well, it shouldn't surprise me one bit, a 2 count there, that you would prefer to have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, a fat joke, as usual. As I said, folks, the professionalism here is just off the charts.
I'm here to entertain. Manix eats a boot there. And right now, Williams with the quick tag. And right now, PD Williams, Jaimy Coxx are rocking and rolling here.
Yeah, they're certainly entertaining. They have been excellent here in the early going. PD Williams really kept the advantage there and kept the champion off kilter. Oh, and Jaimy Coxx maybe lost the advantage there. The big man now in.
You didn't want that. I mean, PD had really worked over Austin Manix and made the quick tag to Jaimy. And Manix crawled over, did what he had to do to make the tag, get the monster in.
As we know, Joel, the venom between these two men, so to speak, is just off the charts. The hatred, the visceral hatred they have for one another is really, really growing. When a tag team breaks up, it's a nice drop there. That's often the case, a lot of acrimony, but these two just cannot stand each other now, and it's kind of tough to see when two men who were such great friends, brothers in arms, tag team champions together, to see them now in a blood feud like this it's kind of an odd thing.
They're battling on the outside now. What's the old expression? How's it go? Good friends, better enemies?
Yeah, and that is the truth. That has been the case with these two. They have had some very vicious battles since breaking up, and Venom coming back with a nice punch there, gonna suplex him back in.
Up and over. Down that lower back. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how some of the big names in Metro Pro Wrestling, if really a 3 count there, if they're even selected in this lottery.
Well, that's the fun part of it. That's the random part. You don't know who's gonna be in there. You know, the guys in this match. We have the champion. We have guys who are generally would be considered top contenders for that title, heavyweight contenders. We don't know where they'll end up. We don't know who's going to be facing the champion. We don't know what the stipulation on that match will be. Austin Manix has got to be a little concerned about that. It's a tough thing for a champion.
I'd say all the champions have got to be concerned. Now Manix tagged back in and regained his composure, and now they have grounded Jaimy Coxx. Yeah, then as a fan, there's a lot of potential matchups I'd love to see. You know, Jaimy Coxx, mentioned last time, has had the PWL Television Championship for nearly a year, and it was against Caleb Stills, who he won it from. I would love to see the return match, but with the recent acrimony between himself and Eddie Venom, I wouldn't mind seeing that match either. As far as the title goes, I know you mentioned the big man Movado possibly facing Austin Manix. That'd be a welcome challenge. Of course, never forget about Mark Joka. Makes enemies anytime he opens his mouth. And although Eddie mocking Jamie and Petey there, he was puppeteering Cox's hand, saying, "Tag me, tag me."
And that's the kind of thing, when you're the size of Eddie Venom and when you're that mean, that's the kind of thing you can do in the ring. Does have to be careful though. Jaimy Coxx, for whatever I might say about him about sour grapes, I gotta give it to Jaimy Coxx. He is a talented competitor. You can't take your eye off the prize when you're in there with him.
No, these guys know each other very well, so I think it's going to be tough for either one of them to ultimately score the pin over the other.
Venom right in our faces there and takes it to Jaimy Coxx with a big boot. And Jaimy Coxx is in trouble here. Petey Williams had it going at the beginning, but since then, their team has faltered a bit. And Eddie Venom standing on his chest, putting every bit of his weight right on his chest. That's vicious.
He gives him the count. Eddie takes full advantage of it. Looks to he's drawing with some fans. The fans love to give it to the Motor City Monster, that's for sure.
Well, there's no love lost there. Eddie Venom will give it right back to him. But Jaimy Coxx now firing in with some big right hands.
Rally here. Whipped him back into the corner, though, and look out. Oh! Venom takes a boot to the head. Coxx needed that. Now he takes a boot right to the face and down to the mat hard.
That is a humongous boot. Here's the cover.
Too close to the rope, so yeah, Jamie gets the leg up. Veteran like Eddie Venom knows better than that. You can play to the referee all you want. You know better. Drag that man in the middle of the ring.
Maybe a little upset at himself for letting him get too close to the ropes, taking on the ref. And here comes the champion, Austin Manix, with a nice elbow to the back of the head.
You know, an elbow to the back head, nothing pretty about it. Just like a punch to the face, nothing pretty about it, nothing technical, but it's effective.
That's one of the things I like about Austin Manix is that definite...
Out here. Drives that knee right into the head, and that could be it for Coxx. He just took 2 big shots to the back, to the head, one to the front, one to the back. He kicks out there and Manix right back into the pin again. Again, Coxx kicks out.
That mean streak in Austin Manix is so pronounced that he will just go in there and he's a smash mouth kind of guy. He'll punch you in the face and kick you in the teeth. He doesn't care. Here comes the big man, Eddie Venom again. Manix holding him and a big shot to the rib cage.
Yeah, now it's Venom and Manix who are working the quick tags, getting in and out.
It's interesting here when you have guys who are not used to teaming together to see the teamwork. I got to give it to Eddie Venom and Austin Manix. They've done a really good job. As you said, getting in and out of the ring, keeping the fresh man in there, and keeping Jaimy Coxx in trouble.
Here it's Coxx set up top, and now it's going to... Tide's turning. Tornado DDT off the top, and I was just going to make the point, but I thought I'd let it play out. When, especially you're a guy of Eddie Venom's size, and you can physically dominate your opponent, you've got him on the ropes. To me, just keep putting the boots to him. Why try and set him up top in these sort of more high-risk moves? You don't need to do it. Coxx got the opening, and now the tag to a fresh Petey.
Yeah, and it did not work out for him. It's high risk, high reward to try a move like that. Nice move by Petey Williams.
Petey making him look a little silly now. Right back into Eddie.
That speed is really coming in handy. A drop toe hold and Austin Manix.
That there's nothing else called drop toe hold the crotch right there.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate landing for both guys. A big
So we're talking
slam
about
by Petey.
Petey lighting the place up. Bulldog over and Eddie on top of Manix, and that's a big man right there. And drop kicking, he lands on top of Manix for the pin. 1-2, a kick out.
Some incredibly innovative offense by Petey Williams, able to take out both of his opponents at the same time. Gotta give it to Petey. That was pretty cool.
All of a sudden, ever since the Eddie set Jaimy up on the top turnbuckle, things have totally turned. Manix maybe though getting a little momentum back. Tag there by Coxx. I don't know if the referee saw it. Couldn't see him off camera there. He seems to be in, being recognized as a legal man, and he and Manix now trading punches.
Jaimy Coxx took a lot of punishment during the middle portion of this match. I gotta wonder if he has recovered enough.
Yeah, I don't like that blind tag there. There was no. You gotta wonder if his teammates not a little upset about that. Petey was fresh, taking care of business. Jaimy needed a little more time to recuperate.
Yeah, I agree, but we know the hatred that he has for both Austin Manix and Eddie Venom. You probably
True
want to
enough,
get there.
but that you can't go on emotion here.
Innovative choke here with using his legs.
I don't think it's quite a choke. He's got a submission applied. Now Eddie coming, he's going to put the same maneuver, a variation of the same maneuver on Jaimy Coxx, and it looks like Jaimy and Austin Manix are both tapping, but maybe not. It sure looks like Jaimy Coxx is tapping there. Now Petey's going to apply a sharpshooter in what looks like a human centipede submission hold.
He turns them all over.
I can't tell if anyone's tapping, if everybody's tapping. Right now, Austin Manix is getting it from both ends, which sounds
that
horrendous.
Sounds horrible.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
And the hold is broken. Nobody tapped, apparently.
And everyone other than Petey is worse for wear from that.
I've never seen anything like that. Right?
That's a first for me too. That was pretty incredible.
Oh, and he eats a boot. Eddie Venom now taking charge. Off the ropes. Tries another one. He gets hung up on the ropes. Jamie's got to dump him here. No, he's not going to dump him. Oh, no, now.
And Eddie Venom's crotch is taking a beating in this matchup.
Yeah, well, you know, bouncing off the walls. He's bouncing off the ropes there. Swing and a miss by Manix. Coxx plants him with a boot. And now setting him up for his finish. No, he blocked. Manix, reversal. His own finish. Oh, flapjack down, and Jaimy takes the brunt of it. 1-2. Petey breaks it up just in the nick of time. Eddie Venom on the outside, no doubt nursing his manhood. It has been brutalized. Manix whipped into the corner now. Petey Williams takes an elbow. Manix is resilient though. He chucks Petey to the apron. Petey's still in though. Manix citing mind power, but
didn't quite work out there.
Oh, knees to the face, and that could be it.
That was absolutely brutal.
Coxx back up on the apron. I'm not sure. Is Petey the legal man?
I was under the assumption that it was Jaimy Coxx.
Yeah, I think Jaimy is the legal man, but now he's out on the apron. And Petey's going to end this thing right now. No, Manix again with a reversal. Oh, puts Petey down to the mat. Man, Austin Manix, right now he's surviving. Surviving right now. Coxx pulling Petey down. I mean, if he is the legal man, though, the official sure doesn't seem to be recognizing that fact. Look out there! Oh. There it is! That could do it. Count the pin. 1, 2, no! Eddie Venom pulls Petey off, drills him with a right fist.
Smart
well, now the
move by
referee
Eddie
counted
Venom.
that pin. Petey must have been the legal man.
He must have been. Perhaps he
Jaimy
missed the
Coxx
tag.
Takes a fist and a choke on the ropes, and he falls on top of Austin Manix, and the referee's counting the pin. That's 3. That's 3.
Whoa.
Now, I do think Jaimy Coxx was the legal man the entire time, and Eddie's a little confused, and he should be.
I thought so, too. I got to be honest with you. That is a confusing thing that happened.
I believe he was, but this is on the official, because if he thought Jaimy was the legal man, which I do think he was, we both agree on that, correct?
Right, yes.
Then he should have forced him back in the ring. I don't think the official knew who the legal man was. He counted Petey's previous pin.
Did. I believe you're right, Joel. But it's a win for Petey Williams and Jaimy Coxx.
A wild one. and hopefully we'll see all these guys again in Title Turmoil again on April 27th. But real quick, our latest sketch entitled Brokeback Dad. Check it out on YouTube. We'll put up an annotation, a little link there, or check out mudpuppets.com. We will see you next week.